Hello everybody and welcome to another weekly update on SimFly. This is SimFly News. I am Roberto, SimFly spokesperson, and I bring you weekly the latest update on what's going on in SimFly. This past week we released an update on SimFly, and this is regarding fake distance, API keys, flight analysis, SkySentinel and other things, okay? In relation of the fake distance, we stopped monitoring real time because there were a lot of false positives. So the fake distance aspect, somebody jumped from a location to another in too much fast time, and other movement that are sudden and not possible in real life are registered as you go on with your flight and only analyze when the flight is over. So the check is gonna be done at the end of the flight, so you can see in the report where it is happened, and in the log penalty session is explaining exactly location and kind of issue that the fake distance has been causing you. So no more interruption during your flight. You do your flight and only at the end you're gonna see the status of the flight. This is because of the feedback we receive from many of you of interruption during the flight for reasons that were not valid. So until we become perfect in finding solution and analyzing things, this is going to be the way to deal with the problem. API keys. We have modified the logic to create API keys. This is the key that you generate in the website and you go to put inside the client to activate the connection, okay? So how you create, activate, cancel your API keys has changed, okay? Thanks to your feedbacks, we found out that in certain specific cases there were issues, okay? Now the logic that we introduce is much simpler and more straightforward. In fact, if somebody change a key in the middle of a flight or disable a key, cancel a key in the middle, what happened? So there are a lot of situations where things were causing issues. Now this should be solved. We're gonna wait your new feedback with the new system we've implemented to understand if this is better compared to the previous feedback that we have received. And again, thanks again for the feedbacks. In the flight analysis, we are improving it. However, those people that use Explain, things are not yet perfect. Explain is much more complicated to manage when it comes to plugins, reading data, and having real-time data, most of all, is not simple. So while for the other simulator everything is okay, with Explain there are some issues, so bear with us until we manage to fix them. We are working also in releasing a new client version, and is going to be potentially solve this issue and other general problem. Now, another things that we receive a lot of feedback about, SkySentinel. So the correct amount of time to give the amount of time to give a correct answer has been modified. Now it's no more 5 minutes, but it is 15 minutes. So you have time to prepare a coffee and everything's still okay. So you have 15 minutes of time from the moment the question appears to give an answer, proper answer to the question. Questions are very simple. If you can answer correctly, then the problem is different. But the question are going to give, the dialogue is going to give you 15 minutes for you to reply. This should make things easier for everybody. Last but not least, we heard very well all the feedback and complaints for people flying with the VR headset. The solution, ideal solution, is to intro the mechanics inside the simulator, and we are working to do this. Now this is being solved not for all the simulators, so in the new client version we are going to bring a solution for some simulator, and then we're working already to fix the issue. So in all the simulator, the message that you receive is going to be inside the user interface of the simulator and not in a separate div. We do not introduce the sound at the moment because of some analysis that we have done, but bear with us, dear virtual reality pilots, that we are going to bring you the dialogue and the message in your VR helmet to inside the interface. This is going to change also for everybody else, which will no more receive a dialogue in the computer but inside the user interface of the flight simulator. And this with the news of SimFly is all. But we move in answering 4 questions that have been the most voted question in the AMA Q&A session of the website. Now, there are not many votes. There are many questions, but not many votes. So now we're going to start filtering and not answering questions unless they have a certain amount of vote, okay? So please, everybody, if you don't have any question to ask, go there. Anyway, check the question. So if you go in SimFly.io, you see on the top menu, AMA/Q&A. That's the part, the page where all the questions people have about SimFly are posted. Go there, read the question, and vote those that you think are more important to be answered immediately. Doing so, you help us understand which is the most pressing things the community has, and also to provide a service by answering those questions, okay? So this week's question don't have many votes, but I really count on you to go there. I want to see the top 5 for 3 questions to have at least 10-15 votes each, okay? Thank you very much. But let's start with the first question, which is being asked by Rude, has 7 votes, which is okay, but still not enough. But is the most voted question at the moment. And Rude asks, without wanting to spread any fear, doubts, or uncertainty, FUD, I really believe in this project so much, and the community and team is strong. Anyways, he says, what would it take to fail the PAX token, or in general SimFly? So what is gonna take to make SimFly fall or the PAX token fall? I just want to be fully aware of the potential risk. Thank you very much. Okay, this is a question that I can answer very well because I worked a lot on the economy mechanics of the PAX token. So first of all, I want to clarify one thing. The PAX token is not a stable coin for the crypto meaning of stable coin, okay? So it's not maintained stable by market manipulation, purchase or sales like the USDC, USDT have. This may be nothing, meaning nothing for many people, but for those that understand crypto, I want to clarify this thing. Because I saw written around that the PAX is a stable coin. No, PAX is a token that people can sell and buy at the price they agree to sell and buy. The only things that give him a value is the fact that when doing checkout in SimFly to purchase assets is valued at $1 each. So if you are purchasing an item that costs $50, you can use 50 PAX to buy it. This give a value, which means that doesn't make any sense to sell it for more than $1, because at this point it's better to just use the dollar to put the asset, so nobody will buy at that amount. And when you sell it for much less, you're giving a big discount. So if I want to buy the item for $50 but somebody is selling 50 PAX for $40, I can buy those PAX from the person and go to purchase the $50 item, which cost me at this point only $40. So in this way, there is a free market and a value for the token. Somebody sell PAX token for 1 cent each, automatically then it will be worthless for this person, but for the person that want to buy an asset worth $50, it will be very, very much a good deal. But it doesn't make sense to sell them at 1 cent each. This is the point on how the price of the PAX token is going to be managed by people for what it makes sense. So, clarify this point. To answer your question, Rod, the point is that what will make the PAX token fail, being this a circular economy, means that the PAX token, you cannot go buy yourself a coffee at Starbucks with the PAX token. You can sell your PAX token, and with the money you get, you can go buy your coffee in Starbucks, which is different. But the only way you can make a purchase the only place you can make a purchase with Pax token is SimFly. So the economy is circular, and SimFly destroy every token that is spent, meaning that every time somebody use a Pax token to purchase a set in SimFly, those tokens are eliminated. Is an economy that is circular, which means that if there are very little users, there is going to be very little Pax in circulation, and those that are in circulation are those that are being earned by flying an airplane, which is not something that everybody can do. So there is a value in the work of flying an airplane with a simulator, which give the Pax. We don't create Pax out of thin air in terms of doing airdrop, giving them around, etc., etc. So the only one in circulation are those generated by pilot flying, by airplane being rented, by airport, by the landing and takeoff, with the limits that SimFly put with the game economy that there are. So those Pax are the Pax that people will use to build a career in SimFly, or can sell to other party that want a shortcut to enter in SimFly already with many assets. But it's not going to be deflated the price, because people that sell Pax has worked to make them. They cannot have 1 million out of thin air, so there is no big dump of Pax. Okay, in this way the Pax should self-sustain in terms of being something that increase with increase of the community and the players and the people that fly with airplanes and earn this Pax, and decrease in the moment that the community decrease in number self-regulates in this way. Now, what it will take to make the Pax fail, or SimFly itself, if is the community abandon SimFly and abandon the game to a loss at the end of the day. In this way, there will be no more community, no more people playing, so no more circulation of the SimFly economy, and thus there is not going to be any more SimFly and no more Pax tokens, because people don't generate them. So that's the only thing. You consider that the monthly cost of SimFly, so server maintenance, salaries of people, etc., etc., are generated by, at the beginning, the support that the community give, pre-purchasing a set as is been happening, so and later is by the circulation of the economy. So every time there are transactions, there are small fees that are deducted. So being the Pax in circulation slowly less, there is going to be the need of more usage, more generation, and more consumption, which will give SimFly the possibility to survive. We are going to be managing how much the earning it is and sustain SimFly and keep them alive by this ability, because if a pilot in I don't know 1 hour of flight earn 1000 Pax token, you will understand that automatically Pax is deflated. So in this capacity we can regulate and maintain the economy alive. So I hope, Ruth, this answer your question. And recapping, SimFly is not a stable coin, it's just a token for SimFly. Has a value as people can sell it to each other, but it's their choice how much to sell and buy it for. SimFly value $1 per Pax when people make purchase in SimFly. And number 4, the only debt risk that SimFly and Pax token consequently has if there is no more community. So for SimFly, the community is very important. The loyalty, the fact that it grows, the fact that you guys are supporting us. After all, what we do is a work that we do for you. So we give back to the community everything. We are like a community created product team and fun and opportunity, etc., etc. So I hope you understand this thing. That's very important. So this is my reply to Ruth. Going to the next question, which is being asked by Donna2587. Probably is more. Donna is born the 2nd of May 1987. Who knows? He has 6 votes, and he asks, I belong. I think it means I own a couple of planes and airport. Can I decide who can fly the airplane I own and give access to my friend, to the friend I choose to take care of my airport or fly my airplane? So practically what Donna is asking is, consider we have this opportunity to rent airplane, or if you own an asset like an airport and you need the supervision, who I can decide who is going to do this. Okay, now the answer is a little bit particular because we haven't activated yet this aspect of the game, but we're gonna do soon. So in renting the airplane, you cannot decide who's gonna use it or not. This is a part of the risk of earning by letting somebody else fly an airplane. What the risks are in letting somebody else fly your airplane? So for example, if this person fly in a small airport in the middle of nowhere where there is no pilot leaving from there later, so you will need to log in and then either pay to transfer the airplane back to a big hub where many pilots will be able to take the airplane to fly somewhere else, or earning some extra bucks, take the airplane and fly it back to wherever you want to leave it. So airplanes are going to be available only in the airport where they are being left by the last flight. So if you let your airplane available for rental and somebody take it to fly somewhere where there is nobody, probably nobody else is gonna rent it next. So you need to intervene in this case. So this is a first risk. And then there will be risk, for example, somebody does a very bad landing, so your landing gear is eventually gonna take a more need of fixing, repairing, and other things. So if an non-expert pilot rent your airplane, it may cause damage to the airplane, which in the long term can require some maintenance. So that's the only things that are in the risk of the rental. Probably there is gonna be insurance for this case as well to purchase for the airplane. This is all details that we're going to be released as soon as this aspect of the game are released as well. Regarding the airport, an airport is quite simple, so it has a need of maintenance, the runway need to be okay, etc, etc, and grows, so it need to be updated. This can be done only by the asset owner, so only the asset owner decide when you can upgrade an airport to a higher level and do the procedure for the upgrade, or issue a maintenance if is needed. You cannot delegate the third party. There is a project though in the future to have a multi-property. For example, a large airport can be purchased by many people together. In the case will be the majority vote to do certain activities, but it's all to be analyzed and is for the future. I hope Donna 2587 that this answer your question. We have another question asked by Kindra. He has 6 votes, and Kindra asks, does upgrading a license cost packs or only experience points? Okay, so this is a good question, dear Kindra, because probably it's never been clarified in a very good way. Let me do it now. First of all, the experience points are an enabler, which means that it's not just a matter of paying packs to upgrade your license to the level that you want, but you will need to have enough experience point to be able to do an upgrade to your license. This applies to all the assets. So say you have an airport and you want to upgrade it. First, the airport has to collect enough experience point to be okay to be upgraded. When there are these experience point, then the upgrade button, let's say, is gonna be enabled, and then there is gonna be a fee in packs to do the upgrade. But you cannot just pay the fee and do the upgrade anytime you want. For all the asset, is it an airplane, an airport, or a license, there will be this need of enough experience point. Then sometimes people is collecting a lot of experience point at the moment. Once we activate the possibility to activate the licenses, you will decide to put all your experience points in a license. In this point, maybe somebody is already able to upgrade to level 2 or 3 without having to go, one by one, because he has enough experience points. So the experience points are an enabler. When you have a certain amount of experience point, then the possibility to do a certain upgrade is going to be active. I hope this explains the difference between packs and experience point. Experience points are not spent. It means after you do the upgrade, the amount of experience point you have remain identical, because you need a certain other quantity to reach the next upgrade level. So, and when you have a certain amount of level, then you can change category. So all this anyway is explained in the Wikipedia page of SimFly. Go check it. So I hope it is answering your question, Kindra. And last but not least, again with 6 votes, we have a question asked by Cessna 2008. And Cessna 2008 asks, after unrestricted flight is unlocked and enabled, what is going to be the next mission to be unlocked? Good question. Now, dear Cessna 2008, we have planned the sequence of the mission as they are in the buttons that you see in the mission screen. So we start with the test pilot, the next will be the unrestricted flight, the following one will be the airplane rental, and then scheduled flight, then a pilot day, then a tour. This is and so on, because there will be more and more and more and more and more. We're gonna keep building missions forever, and this is the plan. But maybe there will be 2 missions that we release at the same time. Maybe we change order because we see that the implementation of the logic make it easier to release a certain mission before another one. So it's not written in stone, but our plan is to release them in the same order they are in the mission page. So I hope this answers your question, dear Cessna 2008. And with this one, that's everything. Again, thank you for following the news from SimFly. Tell your friend, your simmer friend, to come and join the community, because as I told you many times, big community, powerful SimFly, better functionality, and more functionality implemented based on your feedback. So community is key. Help us grow SimFly community. Subscribe to our social media, to the YouTube channel, join the Discord, invite your friend to join and subscribe as well. We need to grow. We don't buy links, we don't buy likes. So what we have is natural growth, what you guys are doing. So we really represent you. So it's your choice to make SimFly a success. Do your part, and we're gonna strive. Okay? So SimFly, take off and get more.